Hey, Coach, it's Joe Salas here. Got a quick video for you on our outside run out of gun. Uh, Outside zone is probably our third or fourth run play for us. We're gonna major on counter and in power, but if you're like us and you're a gap run team, you can get a lot of mileage out of outside zone without putting a whole lot of work into it. Simply because the defense has to squeeze so hard to stop your gap run scheme, so it turns into a gimme sometimes. So we're very minimalist. We only have 4 rules for it. We don't run it a whole lot, but it's a pretty effective play when we do run it. If you want more, there's a lot of great resources out there right now on outside zone. But on my Facebook page, Coach Joe Salas, Air Raid HQ, I shared some videos from Jay Freeman from the O-Line, D-Line Brotherhood Facebook group. And so you can go to either of those places, and he's got some really good videos that give some really good details on it. So that's another good resource to go. But we're very minimalist. 4 rules. Number 1 for O-line, bucket, cross, run, and we're going to sort it out on the run. We want to get outside, and we want to be like elephants on parade. Everyone bucket, cross, run at the same time. Number 2 is for O-line, we use this word cow, which just means capture outside wing. And when you see, I promise you, when you see the clips, you're going to see us messing up a lot because we don't put a lot of time into it, and we can get better. But just this idea that if you got an outside technique, we want you to get his outside shoulder. And if you don't have an outside technique, we want you to still bucket, work like you're going to the next down lineman, and if no one shows, then work up on that, keeping that path to linebacker. For running backs, it's a sweep play. It's a get around the corner play. If I was talking to coaches and wanted to get detail, I'd say we're aiming at the outside leg of the invisible tight end, but we just tell our kids to get around the corner. But rule number 4 is what makes this play for us. If you see butt, cut up, and that's talking to the running back, and he sees the butt of one of our people, that tells him to put his foot in the ground and get vertical right now. And it is a one-cut run. And the whole concept of go fast, stick your foot in the ground and get vertical has turned this into a very effective play for us. So let's look at some clips. I'm going to click off my face right here, and I'm gonna full screen this. And this is just this concept of elephants on parade. If this one's going to our left, this is 29. If receivers on the play side, they're blocking 1 and 2. On the back side, they can still run their Roger. We're still reading this backside in, but be honest with you, we almost never pull it. So you're going to see the good, the bad, and ugly on this one. You're going to see our center really struggling here, and I'll give you one thing that we could have done to help him. So, starting with left tackle, left guard, they do fantastic. Look how they take this over. They both bucket step. The guard ends up taking it. Now, do you see how the left tackle left the arm behind to help that guard take over that block? Well, the guard should have done the same thing for the center. The guard right here should have left his right arm behind to help this center. Now, the center's got a bad angle. It should be bucket. He should be working to get his head in front here. You see the right guard's doing a good job. He's aiming like he's going to take over this block, and then he keeps rolling to next level, so that part's good. Right tackle does a good job. He's got an inside technique, and he does a good job of cutting them off. Now, you don't see it till he gets out here, but as soon as he sees the butt of that wide receiver, he makes one cut, gets vertical, turns into a nice little play. Next one, center's still going to struggle here, but you just see you don't have to do it perfect to make it happen. So the center just completely ignores the one technique. Usually you can't get away with that, but we do. We got away with it. He puts 1 foot in the ground, gets vertical, and 20-yard gain. One more time on that one. So you see he's going as fast as he can across, even though he completely missed the one technique. He sees butt, cuts it up, puts 1 foot in the ground, gets vertical, and ends up having a 20-yard gain. Nice play for us. Here's his slot right 28. So now we're going to the right. Everything should be the same. Bucket, cross, run. Right tackle, right guard, do a great job on the end. You see how they're telling themselves. You see how everyone favors squeezing this thing, so it's a gimme to get their outside shoulder. That's the beauty. If your team is a heavy gap scheme team, they have to squeeze to stop the gap run, and they just basically give you this outside zone. So this ended up being an easy 10-yard play. And really, safety made a nice tackle or it would have gone farther. All right, here's a 29 going to the left. Bucket cross run. We did not do a very good job on that one. And you see, because they're squeezing so hard, it still didn't matter. We screwed that up every way you could screw up a 29. We just did it. I think we were going the wrong direction. But because they had to squeeze so hard, it's still an easy 5-yard gain on the sweep. Here's in the playoffs, so we're a little better at it by this point. This is a 28 coming to your right. And you see, it's just so easy to capture those outside wings because they have to squeeze it so hard. So I think this is a third and 2, and we get an easy 5-yard pickup on it because they got to squeeze so hard. It's just a gimme. So again, sometimes when I show you this film, it should give you hope because we mess up so many times. With just a little more coaching on it, we could have been really good at outside zone. We'll probably run it a lot more this year, and I think our O-line is going to be better at it just through pure repetition. But if you are a gap run team, outside zones will give me a lot of times. Thank you for watching, man.